Thank God I've got my country home in the hills of Ohio.
Hey guys, Wayne here. I'm shooting this video on my computer camera because my video camera's battery is dead, so I hope that's okay. The quality is probably not going to be as good, but I really wanted to get this video out. In my last live stream, I mentioned that I had some goals, and for those of you who don't watch my live stream, I wanted to go ahead and make a video to let you know some of my goals for 2017. The biggest goal that I had was to lose weight, and I started that last year, and I've lost weight. I've lost about 50 pounds, a little over 50 pounds. I'm almost to my goal weight, and I've actually started weightlifting, not to get the big buff physical appearance, but to rebuild some muscle mass. My back kept going out on me, and everyone that I talked to said it was because my muscles were not used to me being lighter, and they needed to be rebuilt and reconditioned to my size now. And of all the research I did, that seems to be the thing I need to do. So I have started weightlifting. I've done it probably 4 days this week. Just started, never weightlifted before. Not something that I particularly like, but it is working. I mean, I want to say it's not building the mass quite yet, but I can feel it. And I can feel it really bad today because I actually am pretty sore right here in my arm. But I'm working on my chest, my arms, my back, and my legs, just to, get to a good physical shape, a good physical fitness to where, when I go to my other goals, I'm going to be physically fit enough to do them, and you'll understand why when I tell you what my other goals are. So I have started weightlifting. I didn't really start making a video about it because I don't expect me to change, physically. I'm just trying to rebuild some muscle, get it, to where I can actually do things without worrying about hurting myself. And so I don't know. That's why I haven't made a video about me actually starting weightlifting, because it's just something that I'm doing as part of my 2017 goal. The biggest goal, though, for this year that I'm going to start this year, something that I've always wanted to do, something that for whatever reason I've always put off or haven't been able to do, and that is to kayak the Scioto River here in Ohio. For those of you who don't know, I live in southern Ohio, and I live probably less than 2 miles away from the Scioto River. The Scioto River runs through the middle of Ohio. It is about a little over 200 miles long, and it runs from north of Columbus, Ohio, all the way down to Portsmouth, and it feeds into the Ohio River. It is not a river that is typically used for boating because it is a shallow river in spots. It's very rough terrain. There's deadfall trees across. There's rock walls. I mean, it's not a good traveling river for what you would, pontoon boats, bass boats, and don't even try to get a barge on there. There's no possible way you'd ever get a barge through there. But it's a great river for canoes and kayaks and rafting and stuff like that. But like I mentioned, there is going to be some spots on that river where I'm going to have to get out and literally drag the kayak wherever I need to drag it. I'm not going to be able to pass through everything, just willy-nilly. I'm going to have to get out and drag it through and possibly carry it for however long to get to another spot of the river. And that's just part of the experience. I'm probably going to launch either in Columbus, which is 100 miles away from me, or Circleville, which is probably about 75 miles away from me. from all of the research I've done, it should take me about 3 days. Now, I'm going to camp out on the riverbank. It's going to be a 3-day kind of, I don't know, I guess you could call it soul searching. It's basically just to let me get away from everything, be by myself, be with God, just enjoying nature, enjoying the things that I really like to do. There's no TV, no computer. I will have my video camera because it'd be a shame to not show you guys my trip. And as I go through this and as I start collecting supplies and getting ready to go, I am going to do videos on it to show you guys that this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm taking, because I've never done it before. So I am going to need some advice. I'm going to need some help. I've got some good friends that's going to help me with different things. I plan on trying to eat the fish I catch out of the river. And yes, the river's clean enough for that. But, that's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. So I'm going to have to take some food with me. But I haven't decided on what that's going to be yet. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is switch over to Google Maps. And I'll show you a little bit of the river from my screen here. And then probably what I'll do is, in one of my videos before I get started, I'll walk down to the riverbank one day and just kind of give you a glance of that as well. So let's switch over to that so I can give you a little shot of what it looks like. Okay, so here is the great state of Ohio. Right here is the capital, Columbus. Then you have your bigger cities, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Toledo. And all the way down here, let me zoom in here. All the way down here, this is my little podunk town of Portsmouth. This is what I call the city. Compared to Columbus, it's just a spot, but this is what I call the city. Now, I don't actually live in the city here. I live out here a ways in the country, in God's country. But right here is the mighty Ohio, where you have seen me fishing in some of my videos. And right here is the Scioto River. Now, one thing you'll notice in this picture anyway, the Ohio River is dirty, the Scioto River is clean. The Ohio River is constantly churning. That is all mud and dirt and gunk and stuff like that. It's constantly churning. The current is moving at a rapid rate. The Scioto River does not move at the same rate as the Ohio. It's much, much smaller. But anyway, as we go up, you can see how it twists and turns, and it has different banks. You can see right here where it narrows out real bad. This right here is what I was talking about when it comes to having to maybe pull my kayak over certain things. You get things that get clogged up in these channels, and I might have to get up here on the sandbar and drag it away. So let's zoom out and go up here a ways. The Scioto River just snakes all the way up the middle of Ohio. And it just has this beautiful countryside to it that you pass by. You pass by trees, but you also pass by a lot of farmland. It goes through big cities like Columbus, smaller cities like Chillicothe and Circleville and South Bloomfield. So this right here is what I'm wanting to kayak down. And I'm going to come have somebody drop me off, and I'm going to come all the way down back to my little podunk town of Portsmouth. So I've done some research. We're going to go all the way up here to Columbus. If I can get my mouse to work correctly. That's not Columbus. Let me zoom out. I guess that was Columbus. Okay. So, this is the capital. This is a pretty big city compared to what I live in. And this is the Scioto River. Now, it goes up above Columbus, as you can see. It actually goes up quite a ways. However, there is a reservoir, a dam, right in here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Right there. So I'm going to need to be below that when I launch. So I have looked at different places to launch, but it's a kayak. I can launch pretty much anywhere as long as I have access to carry it down to the water. I haven't decided exactly where. I'm thinking somewhere around in here, south of Columbus. This right here is 23. It goes right into it turns into High Street. It goes right into downtown Columbus. So this is the road, the highway that I'm going to have to travel up to get to where I want to go. So I could come anywhere off of 23, really. But right here is where I was thinking. This is the Scioto Downs racetrack. Anybody that's ever been up 23, it's a pretty neat little place. I've actually never been. I've actually kind of wanted to go. But I'd get off of 23 right here and come down and launch right here underneath this bridge. That's where I'm thinking about launching, right there. Now, I haven't scoped this out. I don't know if I actually will be able to. I might take a drive up there one day just to give it a try. See if I can get a kayak down in there, look at the terrain a little bit. But anyway, I planned on launching right there, and then the rest is just whatever I feel like doing. Whenever I get tired, I'll pull the kayak off to the side of the bank and set up camp, do a little fishing, have a little alone time. I just think that this really, really sounds interesting. There's plenty of places here to camp, and it is legal because I contacted the ODNR. There's nothing illegal about it at all. Actually, I don't even have to have the kayak licensed because it's of how small it is. But then I'll come all the way down here, and eventually I will empty out. I probably won't go all the way to the Ohio River. Probably what I'll do is, I'll get pretty close though. Probably what I'll do is have somebody meet me right here at the Portsmouth boat dock. So I'll come, here's the Ohio, here's the boat dock, I'll come right there. They'll pick me up, and I'm sure the first thing I'll want to do is take a shower. But anyway, that is a little look at the Scioto River and what I have planned on doing. So that goal right there is probably the one that I want to work on the most. That's the one that I really have wanted to do for a long time. There's just something about it that really interests me, and I know it's going to make me happy, and that's really what I want to do. So throughout the coming months, I'm going to be collecting supplies, getting ready, and I'm going to be bringing you along in videos on what I have prepared and what I'm going to do. The reason I'm going to be posting videos beforehand is because if anybody has some advice, that'd be great. Since I've never done it before, I don't want to get out there and end up doing something stupid and getting killed. But any kind of advice would be great. I'll show you what I'm going to take along with me. If you think it's a mistake, let me know. I still might take it along with me, but I am very interested in your all's opinion. If there's something that you think I need to add, let me know to that as well. Or if you have kayaking stories, put them down in the comments below. I'm very interested in hearing about that. Another goal I have for myself is down south, a little ways from me, probably about 20 miles, there's a national forest, Wayne National Forest, and in the middle of that forest is a lake called Lake Vesuvius. They have hiking trails, fishing, all that good stuff, camping. But they have this one trail. It's a 16-mile trail, and it goes way back into the forest, and it's all marked and everything like that. But I've always wanted to hike that trail. I've never been physically fit enough to do it. And now I'm working on that, so I'm hoping that that'll be another goal that I can do. I plan on hiking 8 miles in, camping out overnight, and hiking the 8 miles out. And also, I'm going to take you guys along with me. I'm also going to collect some supplies. Most of the stuff that I collect for the kayaking trip will go with me on the hike, but I'll need to pack a little bit lighter when it comes to the hike because I'll actually be carrying the pack there. So that's another goal that I have. And I'm sure I'll come up with other goals that I want to do, but those are some of the biggest that I can think of. The one coming up soonest, though, however, is my new chicken house. I have already got the supplies I need for the new chicken run. That pretty much wiped me out, so I at least did get that. I'm gonna make a bigger run for them, and then I'll have to come back, eventually and do a bigger chicken house. But that's the goal that I have soonest. I really want to get them a nice place to stay, a nice place to be, bigger. It'll also help me being bigger and roomier. And I'm going to be adding some different stuff to it. I'm going to try to add an automatic watering system. It's also going to be a chicken house / rabbit hutch. That's where I'm going to keep my rabbits as well. So it's going to be, I've got a plan in my mind that I think might work. So that's, it ain't got to be fancy, but I do want it to be sturdy. I want it to hold, and I want it to last for a while. So, like I said, I did get the stuff. The only thing that's stopping me now is my my cordless drill. Gave up the ghost on me. It's done for, dead. I gave it to a friend of mine who said he could fix it, and he didn't. As a matter of fact, I think it might have made it worse, but it's dead. It don't work. So now I have to figure out how to come up with a cordless drill. And I could use nails, but I've already bought a big bucket of deck screws because the reason I went with deck screws is because I wanted it to be secure. I wanted it to be real nice, secure, and it'll be fast and easy. I can just zip through there and get it all up, especially since I'm probably going to be building it by myself. It's just, I find it easier to me. I just like that better. So I've already bought them. I might as well use them. So I need to come up with another cordless drill. So I'm sure I can find one, secondhand somewhere. I'll check different places around here. We've always got different things for sale and stuff like that. So, but anyway, that's my goals for 2017. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, make sure you put them down below. Now, I do want to mention this. I don't respond to every comment, but I do read every single comment that is posted on my channel. Every single one of them that comes in, I read them. Usually if somebody asks me a specific question, I try to respond to it. I normally always respond to private messages and emails. Comments, I get quite a few. It's very hard for me to respond to every single one of them, but I do read every one of them. So I just want you guys to know that when you post a comment, I do see it and I do read it. So make sure you comment. I really like seeing the interaction. I think it's great. So, but anyway, that's pretty much my goals for 2017. I'm going to work on those, and I'm also going to be coming up with new goals for 2018. So, and if I come up with anything else that I might want to try before 2017's over, then I'm going to let you guys know. So be looking forward to videos for that. I'm also going to do a video on my new chicken house, the tear down and the build. So I hope you guys enjoy that. It's not that I'm trying to do a how-to video. It's just that I appreciate it when people post videos like that because it gives me ideas on what I want to do around my home place. So maybe something that I do will give somebody an idea of some way they can use that on their chicken house. That's why I like doing that. And plus, it's fun. I like making videos for you guys. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget that I have a Facebook page. You can click on the link below to go to it. Go take a look at that. Give it a like if you want to. Also, email. I have an email address down there if you have any questions or just want to say hey, shoot me an email. But thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.